Hello, my name is Leslie Williams, and I am in San Diego at this time as I'm speaking to you right now. Now, you might say to yourself, what's going on? What's happening? Why is this video being made? You could say that. Yes, you could. Well, that's okay. I don't want to. Because I believe in the freedom of speech. Yes, I do. My name is Leslie Williams, and I am what is known as a targeted individual. Targeted individuals like me have been covered on the Jesse Ventura Brain Invaders show, Coast to Coast several times, even Ground Zero did a show on us concerning gang stalking targets right before the massacre happened in Boston. And that show was about electronic harassment, but is electronic harassment attached to organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions? I'm in San Diego, California. And sometimes I act a little goofy in my videos in order to be able to put a smile on your face, because, especially if my fellow targeted individuals are watching my videos, because it's very important for them to, as much as possible, which I'm sure they have deduced as well, to try and keep as much of a light mood, okay, in their hearts and minds and emotional states as often as possible as a result of the vampires that are harassing them on a daily basis, more than likely everywhere they go. And so I have never made a descriptive, in-depth video in reference to making statements directly to and for my fellow my fellow targets, which means that people that are also targeted with organized stalking and gang stalking occurring towards them. They're personalized more than likely as well, their families and friends, if they have any left. Because these expeditions literally, check it out, I got poison ivy on my face. Anyways, because these types of expeditions are so ruthless and disgusting that the perpetrators of these crimes even target our family members, our friends. They keep us from forming any type of social acquaintance or intimate relationship with anybody. And basically every area of our life is totally destroyed. So I'm making this video in the name of specific targeted individuals. Some of the names that I can remember right now, like Leslie Crawford, Connie Marshall, Jesus Mendoza, James Walbert, Dave Larson. There's a woman that I like her blogs, and I sincerely apologize, I forgot her entire name that she puts on her blogs and her YouTube channel. It's Lisa, I think L11 or L or something like that, and I humbly, sincerely apologize that I forgot. I should have wrote it down, but it wasn't my intention to make this video right away. It was actually just an afterthought in reference to inserting it into my to-do list for today. I planned on doing it, but I just started thinking about my other fellow targets out there this morning, and so I decided to make this video. And I realize it's just words, but you know, words, we all know, targeted individuals know that words do have power. Okay, words can give us knowledge, which can empower us, and as a result of dark neurolinguistic programming techniques that are brought about towards us targeted individuals by the perpetrators and the community members that they do to harass us, we all know that language is used to anchor fear, resentment, hate, fear-mongering. Anchoring fear is a huge method of organized stalking expeditions in reference to how they use the direct conversation method to anchor fear in our minds that something's going to happen to us or our property. In which they do assault us and do steal or damage our property. You know, so, and all of Jesus Mendoza, every single true bona fide target, and the reason why I say true bona fide targets is because they literally even get online, on Facebook, on YouTube, Google, blogs, and pretend to be actual targets. The perpetrators do, in order to try and gain the trust of a target, the emotional trust or the mental trust of a target, and possibly even the physical trust of a target, in order to gain their confidence, to make the target think that we understand about what's happening to you, because they claim it's happening to them as well. And this is done to try and at least form a mental connection or an emotional connection, and even possibly a physical connection to them. as a result of them pretending to be targeted individuals. And then once that emotional and mental connection and possibly physical connection has been made, they then will turn around and target them and engage in gang stalking towards them to make them feel mentally raped, to make them feel like a fool, and to also try and cultivate the perception in a target's mind that they can never trust anybody anymore. Because that in turn is part of the isolation tactics and techniques of gang stalking. And they are very creative and deceptive in reference to how they can keep targets isolated. So, you know, if you are experiencing harassment of any kind, whether it be the physical gestures or the direct conversation methods, sensitization tactics of gang stalking, if people are trying to affect your self-esteem concerning who you are as a person, how you think, how you feel, your spirituality, understand this and be clear. Never, ever stop ever being who you are as a person, ever, under any circumstances, and never trust anybody that has been involved in organized stalking or gang stalking. Trust your intuition, okay? Trust your perceptions, okay? And understand this. I don't know if you're religious or not. I'm watching a squirrel right now. I don't know if you're religious or not, but if you're not, if you are, practice your faith. If you're not religious at all, try to find something not only within you, but with a belief, you know, some type of belief system that you can adhere to and attach yourself to, so you can stay anchored in that, which will help preserve who you are mentally, okay, and spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, and so on. It's a shame. It's a literal shame what we have to go through as a result of, you know, I have gotten so angry internally because of what I discovered, not only because of what's happened to me and people that I used to know in reference, because my family is involved in organized stalking, but they've also been neurally influenced as well. So don't think that for a minute that at times that I don't have tender moments, okay, mentally and emotionally, concerning how I've seen even my parents and my fellow siblings be neurally controlled, neurally abused, and taken advantage of. Because yes, it does hurt. I've not gotten to a point to where I have totally shut myself down and do not have compassion even about some of the perpetrators, because I know they have been brain and trained as well. So, you know, we cannot trust them in any way, shape, or form at all. Okay, but and watch your thinking in reference to how, you know, watch your thinking, because they will take advantage of any type of goodness that you have in you concerning your thoughts about how they're even being controlled, because they will take advantage of it. The manager who's controlling them will take advantage of it. So be very careful about what you choose to think. Don't feel guilty at all when it comes to who they're using, in reference to how you feel about what the people they're doing, that they're using, and concerning what they're doing to you. Don't feel guilty about any feelings or thoughts you have concerning them, if you're having a reactionary thought concerning how they're abusing you. Because these perpetrators will watch and monitor your thinking through remote neural monitoring, and they will use it. Okay? Yeah. I'll make a video about that at a later date. But anyways, you know, I want you to know that, excuse me for a second. I'm feeding my squirrel, and I'm trying to light my cigarette at the same time. There's a baby squirrel. He's only that big. It's okay, baby. It's okay, honey. It's okay. Come here. You'll find it. Anyways, I feed my birds and my squirrels in a little itty-bitty mouse that's that big. And I even made a bird feeder. But, you know, I am aware if you are a true bona fide target of this crime, I'm aware of what you're going through, because I'm going through it on a daily basis as well. So I am aware that they use the human psychology, the human they pick healthy people, and they will also pick people who might not be healthy at the time they're picked, you know, or totally healthy, or totally 100% in reference to, you know, whatever, concerning who they were before something happened that compromised them somehow. I think you understand what I'm saying. I hope you do. The point I'm trying to say is that the more healthy you are, the more traumatic these events can be towards you, because once it begins towards you, you can't make sense of it because you're not, most targets when they first become targets aren't aware of what gang stalking is, so they can't understand how everybody is harassing them in the same way. These campaigns are designed to make you feel like everybody's against you and that everybody's a gang. There's no such thing as gang stalking, okay, because it's not a gang that's stalking you, it's community-based harassment. They want you to think that it's a gang that's got the same mindset, okay, because all of them that they use are doing the same thing towards you, okay. That's where some of the deception comes in at. This crime is called gang stalking and organized stalking, but it's not stalking by gangs. It's nothing but organized community-based harassment. They want you to think that everybody who's doing the same thing towards you and around you, concerning how they've sensitized you, and how they're anchoring fear that something's going to happen to you, your life, your property, and how they do these things to you, your life, and your property. They want you to think that everybody that's participating in it is a member of the syndicate. Most of them are nothing but pawns. And if you don't believe me, go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech. Everything you need to know. It's a manifesto of the manager of organized stalking, gang stalking crews. He flat out states that most of the people they use are nothing but pawns. Okay? So remember this. Okay? But anybody that they do use, though, you can never trust. Because once they're used, they have been brain and trained. And remote neural monitoring